My dear seniors, imagine this. You're sitting comfortably in your living room, perhaps reading the newspaper, maybe enjoying a warm cup of tea when the phone rings, and on the caller ID, you see something that makes you feel instantly safe. It says Medicare or US government. So of course you answer because who wouldn't trust that? A polite voice greets you warmly, maybe even uses your name, telling you they're from Medicare and they're just conducting a quick verification to ensure you don't lose your benefits. And before you know it, you're drawn into a conversation that feels official, important, and even urgent. But here's the frightening truth. This call is not from Medicare at all. It's from a scammer who has spent years perfecting their script to sound trustworthy, and their only goal is to steal your personal information and drain your bank account. These fake Medicare calls are one of the fastest growing scams targeting seniors in America right now, costing our community millions every year, and yet so many people still don't know exactly how they work or how devastating the consequences can be. You might be wondering, but how could they possibly fool me? Well, let me walk you through the process because once you understand their playbook, you'll see how easily they can trick even the most careful person. First, they use a technique called caller ID spoofing, which allows them to make your phone display, say, Medicare or Social Security Administration, or even a local government office number. And this is perfectly legal for them to do in some countries and incredibly hard to trace. Second, they start with a friendly, calm tone, perhaps saying, "We're just calling to make sure your Medicare coverage isn't interrupted," or "We're issuing a new Medicare card and we need to confirm your details." And if you sound hesitant, they may add pressure by saying, "If we can't verify this today, your benefits could be temporarily suspended." That little dose of fear is often enough to make even cautious seniors hand over information. They may ask for your full name, date of birth, Medicare number, or even your Social Security number for verification purposes. And once you give them even one piece of this puzzle, they can often find or guess the rest. From there, the scam escalates quickly. They might use your Medicare number to bill for fake medical equipment or treatments you never received, which not only costs the system money, but could mess up your medical records, leading to dangerous errors in the future. Or they might use your Social Security number to open credit cards, take out loans, or empty your bank account. By the time you realize what's happened, the damage is done, and fixing it can take months, sometimes years of stressful paperwork, phone calls, and investigations. Now, here's something they don't want you to know. Medicare will never, under any circumstances, call you out of the blue to ask for personal information. If there's an issue with your account or your coverage, they'll send you a letter first, and you can always call them back on the number printed on your official Medicare card. But scammers know that most people don't remember this detail, and they prey on your desire to be helpful and cooperative, especially when it comes to something as important as healthcare. And they're getting smarter. Some of them use recorded voices of real Medicare employees, pieced together from other calls, to sound even more convincing, while others may have just enough personal information about you from previous data breaches to make it seem like they're legitimate. They might mention your hometown, your doctor's name, or your last appointment date, all of which can make you feel like they're truly who they say they are. But don't be fooled. The safest response to any unsolicited call about Medicare is to hang up immediately, then call Medicare directly yourself. I know some of you might feel it's rude to hang up on someone, but trust me, in this case, politeness could cost you your life savings. And if you think this is just a small problem, think again. According to the Federal Trade Commission, seniors lose over $1 billion a year to various scams, and fake Medicare calls are near the top of that list. These criminals target you because they know seniors are more likely to have steady incomes, savings, and Medicare benefits, and they also know you might not be as familiar with the latest phone scam techniques as younger generations. But awareness changes everything. If you know what to look for, you can shut these scams down before they get anywhere near your wallet. Here are some red flags. The caller says you must act immediately or risk losing your benefits. They ask for personal information like your Medicare number, Social Security number, or bank account details. They pressure you to confirm details you didn't initiate sharing. They request payment for a new Medicare card or coverage update. Medicare cards are free always, and they refuse to let you call them back on an official number. If you hear any of these signs, hang up right away. And don't just hang up. Report the call to Medicare at 1-800-MEDICARE, and also let the FTC know at reportfraud.ftc.gov. The more reports they get, the easier it becomes to track down and shut these criminals down. But I want you to go one step further. Tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, your church group, anyone in your community about these scams, because one conversation could save someone from losing everything. And if you've already fallen victim, don't panic. Act fast. Call your bank to freeze accounts or block suspicious transactions. Contact Medicare to flag your account for potential fraud, and consider placing a fraud alert with the major credit bureaus to protect your identity. You may also want to file a police report to create a paper trail that can help in recovering losses. Remember, the faster you act, the less damage they can do. I know it's scary to think about how convincing these scammers can be, but here's the empowering truth. You have the power to stop them in their tracks simply by refusing to give out information over the phone. Every time you hang up on a scammer, you protect yourself, you frustrate their operation, and you make it harder for them to succeed. And don't let embarrassment stop you from speaking up if it happens to you. Scammers rely on silence to keep operating, but when we share our stories, we warn others. So the next time your phone rings and a voice says they're from Medicare, remember this conversation, take a deep breath, and hang up. Protect your information like you would protect your front door from a stranger. You wouldn't just hand your house keys to someone because they said they were from the government, so don't hand over your personal details either. The bottom line is this: the Medicare call scam is sophisticated, relentless, and targeting seniors in record numbers, but it can't hurt you if you don't engage. Your best defense is awareness, skepticism, and a willingness to simply walk away from the conversation. Let's protect ourselves and each other by spreading the word, because every scam we shut down is a victory for our community, and together we can make sure these criminals run out of victims to target. Imagine answering your phone one quiet afternoon, thinking it's just another check-in from Medicare, only to find out days later that your bank account has been drained and your personal information is floating around in the hands of criminals. This isn't just a nightmare. It's happening every single day to thousands of unsuspecting seniors across the country, and it's one of the most dangerous scams of our time: fake Medicare calls. It starts innocently enough, with a friendly voice on the other end saying they're calling from Medicare to verify your information because your benefits may be interrupted or a new card is being issued. And they sound so official that you feel no reason to doubt them. But here's the brutal truth: Medicare will never call you out of the blue asking for personal information. And the moment you give even one piece of identifying data to these fraudsters, they can use it to steal your money, your identity, and even bill Medicare for fake treatments in your name. The scam works in stages. First, they build trust by using convincing caller IDs that say Medicare or U.S. government. Then they create urgency by telling you that you must act now or lose your coverage. And finally, they collect the golden keys to your life: your Medicare number, your Social Security number, your date of birth, sometimes even your bank account. From there, the damage is swift and devastating, with fraudulent medical claims racking up in your name, your benefits potentially frozen during investigations, and your credit destroyed by debts you never created. Seniors lose billions every year to scams like this, and the saddest part is that many don't even realize they've been targeted until the harm is done. But it's not just about the money. These scams are designed to make you feel helpless, embarrassed, and afraid to trust anyone, which is exactly what the criminals want. You need to know the red flags. Any call you didn't initiate that asks for personal or financial information is a scam. Any caller who pressures you with time limits or threats about losing your coverage is lying. Any request for payment over the phone for a Medicare service is fake. The real Medicare will communicate through official letters, and if there's ever a genuine issue, you can hang up and call them directly at the number on your Medicare card. If you do get one of these calls, Don't argue, don't explain, don't even confirm your name. Just hang up, then report it to the FTC, Medicare, and your state's fraud hotline. Tell your friends, neighbors, and family members about it because awareness is our best weapon. And if you've already given information away, act immediately. Contact your bank, alert Medicare, and consider a fraud alert on your credit to stop further damage. Remember, these scammers aren't just targeting other people. They're targeting you, and the only way to beat them is to be prepared, suspicious of unsolicited calls, and willing to end the conversation before they can hook you. This isn't paranoia, it's protection. And the sooner we spread the word, the fewer seniors will fall victim to this growing crime wave that's stealing not just money, but dignity and peace of mind from our community.